Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to an edition of Let's Play Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo. Um, I guess what I'd have to say about this game is there's a lot of history with me and Killer Instinct. I first started playing it, I'd have to say, whenever I was about 8 years old. I really don't have much else to say, but the game is great. It really was a short-lived game. It only ended up being, what was it? Like, from this to the N64, and that was it. With this, and then Killer Instinct 2, or whatever it was. But, overall, I enjoyed the game. And, there's a few characters for selection. You got Jago, which is a ninja-type guy. You got Combo, boxer guy, like a Balrog ripoff. And then, just some other guys. I like playing as Cinder because his moves are easy to execute. Spinal is good too, but we'll go ahead and play as Cinder. Saberwolf. Now they all had pretty cool names. The character roster, and everything, was pretty interesting. Soundtrack was really great too. But let's see. You just hit over and Y, and you can just continuously play this game like that. And I mean, I could do it again. And, well, I'm not gonna get a perfect, but you get the idea. Pretty much that's what I'll be doing through this Let's Play of Killer Instinct. Then after that, I think they fall out, and then you can do this little finishing combo, and I'm really not gonna do anything but that. And that was pretty much the first fight of Killer Instinct. That's what happens. You get Supreme Victory whenever you get the, first... Whenever you get the first, when your first health meter doesn't go down, that's when you get Supreme Victory. Then you get Supreme Victory, which with Perfect, and that's if you don't get damaged at all throughout the whole fight. I've gotten that before, but, I'd have to say Glacius on this game. I'd have to say, yeah, he is like the cheapest guy on the game. Just in general. I mean, he's ridiculous. He does like this little teleport move, and it's like you can't even block it. I don't know. It's just, I really don't know what else to say about the game. I'd have to say, with my history of playing the second game on N64, was just, it was pretty mediocre. I was about 8 years old or so whenever I played it, so, well, I guess it was around when the N64 had launched, or first launched, or launched in general, I guess. Whenever I started playing the game, I actually had just played it whenever, it wasn't when N64 first launched, because N64 first launched in, like, 96 or whatever. So, I wasn't 8 years old then, I was 6 or 7. So, but whatever. I don't really know what else to say about the game, about Killer Instinct, the new one. I've never played much of it, but I do enjoy this. I do enjoy the soundtrack. I do enjoy the opening song. I do enjoy a lot of the fighting aspects of this game. I like how the graphics were just really good. For SNES, I think that it was good, and it had the combo system, where if you knew a bunch of the combos, if you really liked pulling combos off, this was, I would say, the game for you. But, look at me, I'm failing at Killer Instinct. Like I said, I am not any kind of person who plays Killer Instinct anymore. Back when I was about 14, I got the game, or 13 when I got the game, and I actually got to own a copy of it. Now, I had played it a bunch before then, but I was about 14 before I actually got my own copy, so, I have not played this game in a long time. I really don't know what to say about the game, but that the graphics are great, the soundtrack's good, and overall, I think they should remake the Killer Instinct series. I think it'd be a great game series to at least revive. I did play it was one of those Killer Instinct, what are they? Those little handheld games with the black stuff in them. And anyway, I played it on the bus one day when I was in elementary school, and this kid had it, and I always played games. We always borrowed each other's games, and he was in like 5th grade, and I was in like first. And so we always swapped games with each other just to borrow or whatever. And he had this copy of Killer Instinct as a little portable game to play. And you play as Jago, from what I remember. And it was really cool. You got, I believe it was 2 or 3 buttons to play as. And it was really just, you go around and you just defeated enemies. I guess it was like a fighting. And you had one for punch, one for kick, and I think one for your sword attack. And that's how you fought enemies, which I thought was really cool, but you only played as Jago, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how that thing was. But it was cool, because the game came with a soundtrack. Came with a CD soundtrack. And I was like, that is just cool. And it was back when CDs were first getting, you know, when they were first kind of, I would say, a mainstream type thing. But, you know, CDs were really, you know, new back then, and it was cool that a game cartridge came with its own CD soundtrack that you could actually pick up with the game. So I found that to be very, very cool and very interesting. Now, as you know, I did set this on the easier difficulty. If you go ahead and fight on the harder difficulty, you get a fight character, I think his name's Igor or something. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what his name is. The last guy on here is Fulgor, which is the guy that's on the cover of the game case. And he's okay, you know, he's pretty cool, I guess. But overall, see, look at this. I'm getting my ass kicked here. You know, like I said, I am not one of the people who would play Killer Instinct that much. And, what the hell was that all about? He just, like, did this thing. I guess I'm just gonna have to take some more drastic measures here, and... Well, you can just fuck off. You can fuck off. Now, the coolest thing about this stage was they kind of did, I think it was a 3D type of thing, where once you knock them over the edge over here, you could actually do like this little 3D thing when you finish them off, and you can just like kill them in the coolest way. Oh, god damn it, I'm dead. Okay, so I'm dead. I got killed by a guy with a big ass mohawk. Sure, let's continue. Now, the reason I'm playing this game is I really just wanted to get it out of the way. I really thought, hey, let's get Killer Instinct out of the way. It's been sitting in my little game box that I've got all my Super Nintendo games in, and I thought, hey, let's go ahead and pick this up, and let's go ahead and try to play Killer Instinct again, and see how well or how I can fare at the game. Now, I have beat it on the normal difficulty once, but I did use Spinal for that. And that's because you can, you know, you can use like an over B or over Y attack, and I mean, that's all you have to do, and your shield rams everybody, and it's pretty much unstoppable. Now, why I picked Cinder, I don't know. I guess I should have picked Spinal if I really wanted to just cheap out on the game. But, I think I'm doing at least decent, or better than I was doing just a minute ago. So hopefully I will win this fight and just kick Thunder's ass, because he's pissing me off. Come on. Oh, go, 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 go. Now, see, look at this. This is supposed to be on easy. His ass is blocking. Okay, now this may be where he does the cool death. Or not. Okay, so maybe they don't do a cool death on here. I always thought they did. I always thought they knocked you off